Hello, everyone. My name is Deborah Gilbert, and I am in Professor Michael Sunblatt's class, Music Appreciation 121, and I will be speaking to you today about Henry Purcell, one of our beloved composer of music in more ways than one. I will start out by having you listen to a piece called Didos Arenas by Henry Purcell, and I will start to play that as we begin to listen to him. This is a piece that I really loved as I was listening to it. I really could feel everything that was going on with it as well. While listening to this, you can hear the ladies as they began to sing a little a cappella to me, is what I'm hearing. And they seem to be very happy as they perform this piece. It was a very prestigious, important piece, and I loved it as I listened to it. As I began to speak about Mr. Purcell, I can actually let you know that Mr. Purcell, during his childhood in 1665, he witnessed and survived the war against the Dutch, as well as a plague that claimed several lives in London. At age 6, Mr. Purcell was impacted by the plague and seemed to have used music as a way to escape. Pelham Humphrey's compositions for Sunday services inspired the musical development of Mr. Henry Purcell. After Matthew Locke's death, Henry Purcell held three titles: private music, Winwood's instruments, specialist, and violinist. Henry was also known for his duties as an organist to the Queen, Catherine. Mr. Purcell also held various other titles, which includes composer and singer. There were several venues in which he wrote operas and masques. Some examples of his work were Dido Anitas, which is what we're listening to, and Abel Zelor, The War's Revenge. He was a teacher at a girls' boarding school in Chelsea. As an international icon, Mr. Purcell was responsible for many genres. Purcell helped to combine the Italian opera style with the French music. He added his own tunes to establish the English language to music. Some of his major work included The Fairy Queen, which was an incidental for plays. He was also known for sacred and secular vocal music during his time. Instrumental, fantasias, suites, and overtures was a part of his creations as well. Mr. Henry was one of three brothers whom lost their father in 1664. He was then made guardianship by a beloved uncle who was of poverty and kindness. Young Henry was admitted to the Chapel Royal as a chorister, studying under Captain Henry Cook. At age 9, one of his earliest works was a tune for the King's birthday written in 1670. At Westminster Abbey, Henry was made a copyist in 1676. During the same year of 1676, Mr. Purcell was known for such compositions as John Dryden's Aurangzeb and Thomas Shadwell's Epsom Wells and The Libertine. Purcell also wrote several anthems throughout his career, such pieces as I Was Glad and My Heart is Indicted. He was also known known to have been responsible for at least two full octaves from D below the staff to D above it. At the age of 21, Purcell was given one of the most prestigious positions of an English artist. He was made an organist for the Chapel Royal. During this time, he committed his life to focus on sacred music, and for the next 6 years dedicated his life on the theater as well. 12 sonatos, published in 1683, was his first printed composition. Mr. Purcell went on to do many great works, As you can tell when you view the PowerPoint that I have presented along with this piece, and I hope you all have enjoyed the musical part of Mr. Purcell as much as I have. And I really appreciate you all giving me the opportunity to present this piece to you from my views, as I can as I would be very appreciative of this, and hope that you would give me feedback on how you viewed it as well. Just from listening to this piece, I feel so at peace, hearing this piece, and I really am very pleased to be introduced to this type of music. I would have never crossed this road had I not entered the music appreciation class. And for that, I am very appreciative for that, because it has really allowed me to look outside of myself when it comes to music today. As we continue to hear the finals of this musical piece, let it minister to you in every way, as Henry Purcell would have wanted you to get whatever it was out of this piece. I hear a lot of operatic thoughts and views on this. I hear some anger. As we continue to listen to this piece, I hear demanding. I love the instrumental views of this as well. It takes me back to my childhood when music was very limited during that time. Not that I'm that old, okay? But I really can appreciate learning about Mr. Henry Purcell, and I hope that I have presented to you guys all that you would need to know concerning him, and that you getting out of this what I would have gotten out of this had it been presented to me. Okay, in conclusion, I want to tell you that from beginning to end, in studying Mr. Henry Purcell, I have learned that he is a great composer of a lot of different entities when it comes to music, and for him to have put it together as well as he did, I feel very awesome in knowing that. It has really given me a brighter outlook on this type of music for myself. Thank you.